Welcome to another episode on how to solve standard form equation of a conic section. In this video, we are going to analyze an ellipse given its different parts, and we are going to sketch the graph and find the standard form equation of an ellipse. Just like a parabola, ellipse has two sets. So as you can see in this diagram, let us identify first the different parts of an ellipse. So as you can see here, we have the center. Center is the midpoint of all the axes or all the vertices. And this line is what we call the major axis. And this line is what we call the minor axis. And as you can see, we have a point here on the left side and on the other side. So this point is what we call the foci. Foci is always aligned with the major axis. If you take a look at the orientation of our ellipse is horizontally oriented. If we have a horizontally oriented ellipse, we are using the formula x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1, where the larger value is a. A is greater than b if an ellipse is horizontally oriented. If our ellipse is vertically oriented, we have here the center, the minor axis, the major axis, and we have the foci. Foci is always aligned in the major axis. We are using formula x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals a, where b is the larger value. B is greater than a. Now, to find the value for foci, we are using formula c square equals a square minus b square, or c square equals larger value minus smaller value. So let's take the first example. Let us sketch the graph and find the equation of the ellipse which satisfies the given condition. For number 1, we have here center at 0, 0 and vertices 4, 0, negative 4, 0, 0, 6, and 0, negative 6. So to find the standard form of equation of an ellipse, let us sketch first the given value. So as you can see, we have here the Cartesian coordinate plane, wherein this is what the x-axis and this is y-axis. Let us plot first the center. So as you can see, the center is 0, 0. So this will be our center. And let us locate the vertices. Negative 4, 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is negative 4, or this is positive 4, 0. And negative 4, 0 on the other side. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay? Next, we have 0, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0, negative 6. 0, 1, negative 2. Negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. So these are the vertices of our ellipse. Now let us connect the points. So this will be the graph of our ellipse. Now let us find the standard form of equation of an ellipse. So the standard form of equation of ellipse is x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So as you can see, our graph is vertically oriented. So meaning to say, if the graph is vertically oriented, b is greater than a. That means to say, b is a bigger value. So the value of b here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the value of a is 1, 2, 3, 4. A is 4. Now, using the value of a and b and the value of the center, which is 0, 0, which is h and k, we can easily find the standard form of equation of an ellipse. So let us substitute the given. So we have x minus 0 square over 4 square plus y minus 0 square over 6 square equals 1. So let us simplify. So since we have a 0 here on the other and 0 on the other side, we're going to have x square over 4 square is 16 plus y square over 6 square is 36 equals 1. So this will be our standard form of equation of a ellipse. Let's take example number 2. As you can see in example number 2, we have a center at 0, 0. one vertex at 0, 10, and one endpoint of minor axis is located at 6, 0. First, let us locate first the given value. So as you can see here, we have a Cartesian coordinate plane, and we have here the x-axis, and this will be the y-axis. First, let us locate the center, 0, 0. So this will be the location of center, that is 0, 0. And let us plot 0, 10. It is located at y-axis. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be the endpoint of one of the vertices of an ellipse. So as you can see, the distance between the center and one of the vertices of an ellipse, it gives us the idea that the endpoint will be on the other side. So it is located at 0, negative 10. So this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. So this will be the endpoint of one of the vertices. So as you can see, this will be our major axis because the given here is minor axis. So minor axis located at 6, 0. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the other side, we have negative 6, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be the sketch of our ellipse. Now, let us find the standard form of equation of an ellipse. So again, we have the formula x minus h square plus y minus k square equals 1 over a square over b square. Okay? Now, so the orientation of our ellipse is vertically oriented. So meaning to say, b is greater than a. So b is the greater value. So let us find the value of b. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So b here is 10. And the value of a will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And we have the center 0, 0. This will be h and k. So let us substitute the center and the value of a and b. So again, we have x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So x minus 0 square over the value of a is 6 square plus y minus 0 square over b square over 10 rather. That is 10 square equals 1. So to simplify, we have x square over 6 square is 36 plus y square over 100 equals 1. So this will be the standard form of equation of our ellipse. Now, if we are trying to look on the value or the location of the foci, we are using the formula c square equals longer minus shorter. So the longer value here is 10. So that is 10 square minus the shorter value is 6. That is 6 square. So we have here 100 minus 36. So 100 minus 36 is 64. That is 6 square equals 64. So square both sides of the equation. So we have c is positive and negative 8. So means to say that our foci is located at 0, 8, and 0, negative 8. So let us find the foci in our graph. So again, our foci is 0, 8, 0, negative 8. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be the location of our foci. And this will be our foci. Always remember, whenever we have a foci is always aligned in the y-axis. On example number 3, we have foci at 0, negative 6, and 0, 6. And the length of the major axis is 20. Now, let us plot the given value in order for us to find the standard form of equation of an ellipse. So again, we have here the Cartesian coordinate plane, which is x, and we have the y-axis, that is vertical. Let us plot first the foci, which is 0, negative 6. So this is 0. And we have negative 6, that is downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6. Okay? And then we have 0, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be the location of our foci. Now, always remember, center is the middle of the vertices, and center is the middle of foci. So if our foci is located at 0, negative 6 and 0, 6, it gives us the idea that the center will be at 0, 0. Now, the major axis is 20. Now, how can we find or how can we locate the major axis? So major axis, foci is always aligned in the major axis. Now if we have 6 here, we're going to count 10 up and 10 down, that's 20. So therefore, the location of our major axis is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be one of the endpoint of our vertices. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, we already know what is the value of the major axis. Now, let us determine first, or let us write first the standard form of equation of our ellipse. That is x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So since this will be our major axis, b is greater than a. Now, so since we already the value of b, which is 10, we are looking for the value of a to find the standard form of equation of our ellipse. So to find the standard form of an ellipse, let us find the value of a using the formula for foci, which is c square equals longer minus shorter, or a square minus b square. So since we are looking for a, that is the longer value is 10, 10 square minus shorter value is a square, and the value of foci here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 square. So to simplify, we have 36. 6 square is 36 equals 10 square is 100 minus a square. Now, we have here a square equals 100 minus 36. So to simplify, a square equals 100 minus 36 is 64. So to find the value of a, let us subtract the exponent. So we have a equals positive or negative 8. So this will be the value of a. So a is 8. Now, where's the location of our a, or the minor axis? So since we have our ellipse is vertically oriented, the location will be 8, 0, and negative 8, 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let us connect the points to sketch our graph. So this is our ellipse. Now, we already know the value of a, the value of the foci, the value of b, and the value of the center, which is 0, 0. So center at 0, 0, a is 8, b is 10. We are using a formula x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So again, the orientation of our ellipse is vertically oriented. So therefore, b is greater than a. So that means to say the value of b is 10 and a is 8. So x minus 0, that is h and k, over 8 square plus y minus k square over 10 square equals 1. So to simplify our equation, x square over 8 square is 64 plus y square over 100 equals 1. So this will be our standard form of equation of an ellipse. On example number 4, we have center negative 3, 5, foci at negative 3, 9, and vertex is 0, 5. So let us sketch first the given graph. So as you can see, we have a Cartesian coordinate plane, that is x-axis. This will be the x-axis. This will be the y-axis. Let us locate first the given center, that is negative 3, 5. So negative 3, 5 is located in quadrant 2, that is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be our center. Now, let's locate the foci, that is negative 3, 9. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this will be our foci. And vertex at 0, 5. So vertex is 0, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in analyzing this graph, in order for us to sketch the given graph of an ellipse, so the distance between center and the vertex is 3 units. That is 1, 2, 3. So therefore, it is also 3 units on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Because center is the midpoint of all vertices. And the distance between center and foci is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units. Therefore, that is 4 units downward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be our minor axis. If you take a look at this example, foci is aligned with the y-axis. So it gives us the idea that the equation is x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1, where b is greater than a because the orientation of our ellipse is vertically oriented. Now, since we are looking for the minor axis, the endpoint of b, let us find using the value of foci and the value of a. So foci is c square equals longer minus shorter. Shorter here is the distance, c is the distance between center and foci, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 4 square, and longer is missing because we are looking for the value of b, that is b square minus, and the value of a is 1, 2, 3, 3 units, 3 square. So 4 square is 16 equals b square is b square minus 9. So we have here b square equals 16, or we are going to move negative 9 to the side of 16, so it became positive 9. B square is 16 plus 9 is 25. So to find the value of b, so b is positive negative 5. So since the orientation of our graph is vertically oriented, therefore the location or the endpoints of major axis will be 5, 0. That is 0 is 5 units rather, 0, 5. So this is center. We're going to count 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is aligned with the foci. So this will be the endpoint of our major axis. So therefore, this is 4, this is our endpoint. So this will be the graph. So this will be the orientation of our ellipse. So we already know the value of b, the value of a, the value of center, which is negative 3, 5. The value of b, which is 5. The value of a will be 3 units. Now let us find the standard form. X minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So this is h and k. So we have x minus, so since we have negative here and negative 3, that is x plus 3 square over, the value of a is 3, the shorter, because it's vertically oriented. That is 3 square plus y minus, the value of k is 5 over 5 square equals 1. So to simplify this equation, x plus 3 square over 9 plus y minus 5 square over 25 equals 1. So this will be the standard form of equation of an ellipse. On our last example, we have center 0, 0, one vertex at 13, 0, one endpoint of the minor axis at 0, 5. Let us locate first the given value in order for us to find the standard form of equation of an ellipse. So this will be x-axis and this will be y-axis. Now, let us locate first the center. Center is located at 0, 0. So this will be 0, 0. And one vertex is 13, 0. So that is located in x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this will be the endpoint of one of the vertices of an ellipse. So the distance between center and one of the vertices is 13 units to the right. Therefore, the location or the vertices is located at negative 13, 0 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this will be the endpoint of our vertices. Now, let us locate one of the endpoints of minor axis, that is 0, 5. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you can see, the orientation of our ellipse is horizontally oriented. Whenever we have horizontally oriented, A is greater than B. So the standard form of equation is x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1, where a is greater than b. So a is the larger value because our ellipse is horizontally oriented. Now, we already know what is the value of a and b, and we have the center 0, 0. But let us locate first the foci. So foci here is missing. Now, the value of a is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 13. So the value of a is 13 and b is 5. Now, using the given value of a and b, let us find the value of foci in order for us to sketch the given graph. So we have here c square equals longer minus shorter. So longer value is 13 square minus shorter value is 5 square. So therefore, we have 169 minus 25. So to simplify, 169 minus 25 is 144. That is c square. So to find the value of c, so we have c equals positive and negative 12. So the location is 12, 0 and negative 12, 0. Now, let us plot the foci. That is 12, 0. It is here. That is foci. This will be the center. And this will be the other foci. Always remember, foci is always aligned in the major axis. So therefore, this will be the orientation of our ellipse. Now, we already sketched the value or the graph of an ellipse. Let us find now the standard form. So the standard form is x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1, where a is greater than b because our ellipse is horizontally oriented. Now, the value of a is 13, b is 5, and the center is 0, 0. That is h and k. Now, we have x minus 0 square over the value of a is 13 square plus y minus 0 square over 5 square equals 1. So let us simplify the given the equation. X minus 0 square is x square over 13 square is 169 plus y minus 0 square is y square over 5 square is 25 equals 1. So this will be our standard form of equation of our ellipse.